Yo, welcome back to another episode of Up the Score Show. Thank you for joining. Today we're gonna be doing our predictions on the NFL divisions. We're gonna be continuing that series. If you haven't checked out, we've done this a couple times. We're on the last four divisions. We're gonna be doing the San Francisco 49ers and the NFC West. Nick, what you think about these 49ers? Yeah, Brock Purdy.
Probably top top two team in the NFC. Top one if you want to go that far. But yeah, they're one of the best teams in football in my opinion. But their defense is stacked. Their offense is stacked. I don't know what else really more is there to say about the 49ers.
Yeah. Let's focus on the players though. On the offense, we got Brock Purdy because they just, as you guys see on the bottom, moved on from Trey Lance. So got a fourth round pick to Dallas. That means Brock Purdy's the guy, and they got an all pro at every single position. And look, CMC at running back, Debo at receiver, Kittle at tight end, even at fullback at on the O line, they got an all pro. This offense is special, and then with their head coach, man. And then another thing is I like Elijah Mitchell too because CMC, I'm not one of those guys that say he's not really a running back, but they use him as a receiver so much that like Elijah Mitchell's the other back and he gets a lot of touches too. Like he's a real good running back option too for any
Yeah.
fantasy guys. You about to say something?
I just said yeah.
Yeah. So Brandon Ayuk too. Like I just went over Brandon Ayuk's name. Like he ain't the number one receiving option on this team. Like he might not be the best offensive player, but he's the no, he's the not he's the guy whenever they need a pass.
Yeah. I feel like he was slept on because Jimmy G didn't really pass to him a lot. And then once
Yeah,
Brock Purdy came in, Brock Purdy was passing to him a lot more, and then he was getting a lot more touches and everything. So
yeah. He also developed over the year because like he's one of the better route runners in general in the league. It's crazy. Um, Sam Darnold, backup quarterback. Sam Darnold gonna be Sam Darnold. Excuse me. Now let's go on to this defense. We got Drake Jackson, Javon Hargrave, Eric Armstead, Nick Bosa, Dre Greenlaw, Fred Warner, Owen Borks, Chardavius Ward. Y'all are sleeping on Chardavius Ward if you don't think that he's a top 15 corner in the league. You're sleeping on him. Uh, Tyler Hufanga, who also is a sleeper, I guess. Tayshawn
yeah,
Gibson. I don't even know who this guy is. I ain't gonna
yeah, I
lie.
don't know.
Bro, they gonna start Ambry Thomas. Ain't no way. Who is this? Yeah, you got
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Hey, Javon Kinlaw though. I remember he was the DeForest Buckner replacement. Hopefully, they could get some salvageable return from him, and he could play better.
Yeah,
He's been pretty good though. As like a, I don't even. But when I watch 49ers games, he just seems like he does something on over there. Like he a good run stopper.
yeah.
All right, let's go on to other team that maybe more worth talking about. The 49ers. We already know these boys. They're the division favorites. They're gonna come through, but Seattle Seahawks, we got Geno Smith, who, in my opinion, we could see him regress a little bit.
Oh, 100%. I don't think he's gonna have the season like he had last year. I think that was a fluke.
I hate using the word fluke, but like he had some of the most turnover worthy plays last year that just didn't get intercepted. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like he was just getting off with a lot of bad passes, but like he was still a great season. Top
yeah.
15 quarterback last year. But we got Geno Smith, Kenneth Walker.
I really like Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, and then you know who I also like? I like Zach Sharpenhand. Like I said his name real bad, but bro, they back up running back. He was pretty good. Like I ain't saying he's gonna take over, but I like how I felt about not a little lower how I felt about Kenneth Walker last year type thing.
Yeah,
DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Jackson Smith McJigba, who also got hurt. I seen he was gonna be out for like the first couple weeks.
really.
Uh, yeah, he did something. I don't know what, but he
I
gonna
mean,
be out
they,
for a
they,
little.
they was playing him in the whole preseason. I mean, that's why. Once you play
Yeah,
every single preseason game, you're bound to get hurt somehow.
yeah. He's a rookie though, and I kind of like them drafting another receiver because I remember I like this is how the Seattle offense usually is. They usually run the ball a lot with three good receivers. It used to be Goodwin that was paired with these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like if Jigba just works the slot and they just keep DK running his post streaks all day.
Yeah.
And then Tyler Lockett moving around in the Z, getting open. Like, bro, this is a tough ass trio, man. Really good. We got Noah Fan at tight end, Nick Bellamore. Why am I naming a fullback? Either way. Charles Cross, Damian Lewis, Evan Brown, and Abraham Lucas. He was a good. This tackle dude is actually one of the better ones in the league. Like people wouldn't know that because both of these guys were rookies last year, though. Like both of them played pretty well. Like,
Of course, they bump up the offense when Russell leaves.
yeah. But one of them was with the Russ pick, I believe. Like the
I
Charles
think it,
Cross one.
yeah, I think it was Charles Cross.
Yeah, but like this guys, they could finish first. I don't see a world where it's impossible, but their offense could take a major jump or fall off because Gino, I don't know, man, but he's still gonna be good.
Yeah.
Now we moving on to the defense. We got Jermon Jones, Daron Reed, Jordan Brooks, Bobby Wagner, Boy Mafe. No, hey, I don't know how to say this guy's name, but I actually like him. Like he's like a good like second pass rushing option. Uh,
Iwasu
yeah,
Uchune.
yeah, I
Ochune.
believe they got him from the Lions. I don't really.
Yeah, I think it was from the Lions.
Yeah, but he is a good edge rusher.
Yeah.
Devon Witherspoon, who on the draft, I was really high on him when we were watching him. I was like, this guy's the best cornerback in the draft. And then when you have a elite corner like Tariq Woolen, I feel like that's the best way to go because last year at the end of the season, teams were the game plan for the Seattle Seahawks was to pass away from Tariq Woolen. So like Devon Witherspoon is going to be thrown in the fire day one, and if he is as good as I think he is, this defense is really nice because they will also be adding Jamal Adams, who his main weakness is his pass coverage, and he'll be paired with an elite pass coverage dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like he'll be able to be used as a utility piece with Bobby Wagner manning the middle. Like I feel like this secondary is elite.
Yeah. Secondary is pretty nice.
Yeah, Quandre Diggs is a really good free. He's solid. Like he I don't know how he be making those Pro Bowls, but he's good. He's good though. He's good.
The only problem that I got with this defense is the defensive line isn't that great. And that's
Yeah.
gonna be a big problem with pressure and everything like that. I mean, yeah, because Jordan Brooks is more of like it's more of a pass coverage linebacker too. He's not really like gonna go for sacks or anything. Bobby Wagner. We know what he could do. And Owasu, I mean, who the fuck knows what he could do on this team
No,
now? So
no. Also, he's like both. He's a
yeah,
good like disguiser. That's what it is. Like he
yeah.
pass rushes and he also disguises.
I mean, but I mean, like that's my problem. Like I think the whoever like if they're facing like the Ravens or something like that, I think they're gonna get smoked on defense because their running defense isn't that it's not too great.
The thing is, their running defense is Bobby Wagner and Jamal Adams.
Yeah,
Like those guys are gonna cover. That's why I said I like Jamal Adams on this team so much because they need a run stop. They need help with the run game for sure. I think like in those sets, Julian Love, the Giants free safety, he will be moving to deep safety slot, and then Jamal Adams will be moving closer to the box to help out with the run on like first downs, I think.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that is a problem though, because you shouldn't have to do all that just to help out with the run.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but they also got Devin Bush, Deron Taylor. Hope maybe those guys can help out,
Yeah.
develop a little bit, but I doubt it. Devin Bush, if Pete Carroll and Mike Tomlin get the most out of their players, and this guy, man, if he gets on his feet, he's gonna be with Seattle. So hope the best for him. Um, let's move on to the next team. We got the Arizona Cardinals. Um, Kyler Murray. I think he's going to be out. Like it's reported he's going to be out the first 4 weeks, but over the summer, I was saying he's going to be out for like the first 10 weeks. Like I saw a report on that. Like he's going to be out the first 10 weeks. He tore his ACL. Like
All right, let's
them
just
being
go
out.
with like half the season that he's gonna be out. Let's go with like
Yeah,
half the season.
he gonna be out. Do you think they tanking though? Like, do you think that it'll keep him if
Like
they
I
got picked
mean,
up?
bro, like I mean, like the offense ain't even like that bad though. Like it's not terrible. Like
They,
it's
they had D Hop, but they went in selling mode. Like
yeah,
they chose to make it a little worse. Like they been knew they were out on this season.
yeah. I mean, they just got lot of speed on offense with
Yeah,
Marquise Brown and Rondell Moore.
yeah.
Greg Dortch is pretty fucking fast too. Got
Zach
Zach.
Ertz is he's good too still.
Yeah. I mean, they got Paris Johnson, who they just acquired with their pick. Hopefully, he does good for them because that offensive line really needed some help, man.
The offense interior needs help. The tackles are good though. Kelvin Beachum wasn't bad. Like I feel like he's a good swing tackle now because he wasn't a bad tackle. It's just
Yeah.
that interior is sus.
I mean, Will Hernandez is like the only like all right player in the interior,
I
and he's
remember on New York, he started to not. He's just the name now almost, but he's
yeah,
actually he's the third best on there though. He's not the weakness. I'll say that.
yeah.
Those other two guys, I don't even know them.
I mean, other
Uh,
than that, I mean, I don't think.
Zach Pascal is good.
I mean, who? I think they're just gonna be like a heavy, like a run heavy offense.
Yeah, and this is the only team in the NFL right now that haven't announced the starting quarterback. Like I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be Colt McCoy. Is he not on this team?
No, they cut him.
They cut Colt. Damn. Who gonna start for them at quarterback?
I don't know.
Yeah, this is the only team that haven't announced a starting quarterback yet. If you're going into the season with Joshua Dobbs, that's insane. Like
Yeah, no.
at least give like a young guy a chance,
Yeah.
bro. Just go sign someone real quick, bro. Trade for Bailey Zappi. Nah, like I'd rather trade for Bailey Zappi than run this up, bro.
Yeah.
Um, James Conner, he's still a good running back. We should maybe talk about him a little bit.
Yeah, I mean he's a little bit underrated, bro. I mean like
Yeah,
last two seasons he's been doing pretty well.
yeah, he's been doing pretty good with like. I'm sorry, Cardinals fans, but like a disappointing situation.
Yeah.
Even on the Steelers, he was doing that with a terrible O line.
It's crazy how there's like 8-0 like the season before last season.
Yeah,
Made the playoffs and got shitted on. And then last season it just fell all apart.
yeah. D Hop was suspended, and when he came back from his suspension, Kyler Murray got hurt. That'll do it. It's like after they bought, look, when they went 8-0, they did the right thing. They bought into that team. At the trade deadline, they went and acquired Zach Ertz. They just it just didn't fold out how they wanted that season, and they're like, we're gonna come back with a full year of all of our new players. And then D Hop got suspended. Kyler Murray got hurt. Now they
Marquise
thinking
Brown
about
got hurt.
drafting. Yeah. Now they think about drafting a new quarterback. I still think Kyler Murray is amazing. Like
I don't know
I don't
why the
think,
hell would they think about that, bro. Bro,
yeah,
they literally drafted who'd they draft? They drafted Josh Rosen with like the 12th pick or whatever or something like
yeah,
that,
and then Murray the next year.
and then Murray the next year.
Yeah, but
Like
you lose him how you get him. Yeah,
I don't know.
he could be one of those guys who gets yeah leads the team the same way he got brought on.
I mean, the only
But
way is for them to like tank horrendously and try to get Caleb Williams.
yeah, but it depends with what they do at quarterback. Like we don't even are they tanking? What would you do if you do Cardinals GM right now?
I wouldn't necessarily tank.
So who would you get? Who
But
was your
but
starting
but
quarterback?
if you really think about it, your team is not built like the 49ers or Seahawks. And I mean, NFC is a toss up in my opinion. I think the whole
Yeah, it
NFC
is.
is a toss up.
It
You could
is.
make the wild card. You could be like a 8-10 team and make the wild card.
Yeah, no. You're right. You could be yeah 8 and 10. Is that possible? You mean 8 and 9? Or
It's eight. Oh yeah, 8 and 9. My fault. My
yeah,
fault.
yeah,
I
eight and
put
nine.
18 here. 8 and 9. You could be 8 and 9, make the playoffs somehow. But I mean, that's why I said like, I mean, you're gonna lose probably at least 4 games between. You're gonna lose twice to probably 49ers, lose twice to the Seahawks probably, and then so
I
that's
mean, if you're
four.
a competitive team though, you could win one of those. Like
Yeah,
that's how they make the playoff. They got to win one of those.
yeah, yeah. I mean, who's they playing week 1? Let me see who they play week 1.
They play the Commanders.
The Commanders. Okay. I mean,
I was thinking about getting the Commanders defense on fantasy just because like they bro like this offense. I don't know who the fuck gonna be quarterback, man. I was like, and the Commanders actually a nice defense. Like QB1 gonna have a hard day. He gonna come to a new offense trying to learn the scheme.
I mean, we'll see how
Hey,
everything goes. To be honest with
hey, just me. This is Marv just saying this. If I'm the Cardinals GM, I'm trading for Bailey Zappi right here. Why not? Just why not? And Kyler Murray, I'm not gonna take a shot at quarterback next year, but I'll take one while you're hurt. Is that okay? Is that cool? You're hurt right now. I'll take Bailey Zappi, but I'm not gonna draft quarterback while I got Kyler Murray. If anything, I'm gonna draft the two. I'm gonna make sure I draft the two best guards in that draft to help him out and not get hurt again. Because Kyler Murray is a great quarterback. All right, let's go on to this defense. Um, Zaven Collins, who I feel like they're just using completely wrong, but it's whatever. The Cardinals, whatever. I don't. The fool too. He's solid.
you. All right.
BJ Ojolari, I believe he's the rookie this year. My giant brother, Aziz, shout out Aziz Ojolari. Gotta mention my players. BJ Ojolari, Kaiser White. All right, let me get to it. Buda Baker. Buda Baker. Like I even think
Just
they're gonna
Buda
move on
Baker.
from Buda.
Just Buda Baker. Yeah, I
I
mean,
feel
yeah, get some picks out of him, man. He's one of the best safeties in the league. You could definitely get like a first round pick out of him.
so I could see Buda Baker to the Eagles. Like Buda Baker to the Eagles would be a nice fit in my opinion because he'll play the role that CJ Garner Johnson left. And you know the Eagles always want to one up the Giants, all right, and they always want to one up the Cowboys, all right. The Cowboys and Giants just got Trey Lance and Isaiah Simmons, which are two good trades, by the way. The Eagles always find a way to one up us, bro. No, they gonna trade for Buda Baker.
Their safety core is really like it's a big pause gap.
The Eagles,
Yeah, they got big.
yeah, I'm telling you, bro, they got a big hole at safety and then Buda Baker, and we see the Cardinals are sellers right now. Like John's gonna say, bro, they gonna make sure that they got the best Cardinal safety in the division. No,
Yeah,
um, I also got Marco Wilson, who he was a player I liked in the draft. He did pretty decent.
yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I like Jalen Thompson too. Jalen Thompson's there.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's mid. Yeah. Like he's yeah. Shout out Jalen Thompson. He's good. Ain't anything else really. Garrett Williams. He was someone. I think he got drafted out of Clemson. I liked him. Oh,
I
hope
mean,
he
but
gets.
here's the thing. They got the Eagles defensive coordinator as their head coach now.
Yeah. They
I
do.
was
They do.
seeing it because they was playing the Broncos during the preseason, and I was like, damn, this defense, like, they're not even using like their starters, and their defense was like looking like not bad.
Yeah, when you got someone calling the right plays, it does look like that. Hey, I did forget about that. They fired Cliff Kingsbury. Who's their new coach? Is is he their coach?
The Eagles defensive coordinator from
Yeah,
last season is a coach.
yeah. Jonathan Gannon. Yeah, Jonathan
Yep.
Gannon. But I feel like teams that have a defensive coordinator as their head coach have a ceiling, you know.
Yeah.
But at least they got a ceiling though, because
But
Cliff
I mean, if
Kingsbury
if you
was
have a see, that's my thing with the Commanders too. The Commanders might not be that bad this year because Ron Rivera is a very like defensive minded head coach.
yeah,
He
yeah,
he could he could run the defense and then he could have this Eric B enemy just run the whole offense
yeah.
and then see how that works out.
Or I feel like Ron Rivera is more of a CEO coach. I don't think he does really too much play calling anymore. I think he's just like a great leader.
Yeah,
And then they got like a defensive coordinator and yeah, what you said with Bieniemy. I'm really into the Commanders offense about that.
I
I only
don't
know
I
that.
want to see how that goes.
Yeah. Who else? We finished with the NFC West.
Rams.
Yeah, yeah. Dang near finished. The Rams. I mean,
There is a third or fourth in their division. I don't know.
who's they starting quarterback week 1?
Matthew Stafford.
Oh, I thought he was. Oh, never mind. He's healthy.
Uh,
Okay,
he-
lock and load. Oh, it's Cooper Cup that got banged up. Okay, yeah,
yeah, but
that's
they
right.
said they said he might be ready for week 1. There's a
Okay,
report that came out that Matthew Stafford, like, he doesn't. He said that he doesn't know how to lead the young guys,
yeah, I seen
and
that
that's
too.
that's very very concerning.
I don't
'Cause-
think that's too concerning. I feel like Sean McVay is the leader of that team. Really.
Yeah, but I mean, you kind of have to have a confident quarterback that connects with his team to have success.
Yeah, I agree. Like last year, going into the season, my hot take going into the season is Matthew Stafford isn't good. Um, and I was right not because of the right reasons though. I was right because of health, and
Yeah,
hopefully he's healthier this year. But I think his arm is done because I remember in that playoffs, the same thing I said about Geno Smith earlier. A lot of turnover worthy plays. Like I remember
yeah.
Tayshaun Gibson at the end of that 49ers game. Matthew Stafford threw the game away, but he dropped the pick. Like I didn't really like. Look, every Super Bowl come with luck. Every championship come with luck. Everything you gotta be lucky. But I just didn't like Matthew Stafford that much. But he this year I think he's gonna bounce back. I'll say that because he can't get any worse than last year. And if he
Yeah.
does, it's because he's going to retire. Um, Next though, we got Cam Akers, who's another bro. That's the thing about the 49ers though. We're asking a lot of players to come back into form. We're asking Matthew Stafford, Cam Akers, and Cooper Cup. He was in form last year, but he got hurt. Him too. Like the first three players we mentioned, and we mentioned in their health. Like that's just what it is with this team. Y'all gotta stay healthy.
100%. Yeah, their whole team just gotta stay healthy, or it's pretty much over.
I see Van Jefferson was getting a lot of praise from McVay that he's gonna take on a bigger role at the receiver position.
Yeah,
And Jefferson, he was doing good. I liked him as I don't know that Super Bowl run. I was like, bro, the fact this boy like, I think he did they get Deshaun Jackson at some point. The Rams.
yeah.
I was like, the fact that Jefferson is behind Jackson and it's like well deserved is crazy how deep that receiver room was. Like, Yeah, shout out Rams, man. Shout out, look, and that's why getting the Super Bowl is worth it because you see how bad they are right now, and we're talking about the Super Bowl from 2 years ago. It's worth it to go all in sometimes, man. It's worth it for sure. But yeah, now y'all suck. Y'all got like, sheesh. Let's go into the defense because it's even worse, bro.
All
What
I
am I?
see is Aaron Donald, bro. All I literally see is Aaron Donald. And maybe Jordan Fuller. And Jordan Fuller, that's it. Who the
Oh, they got John Johnson back. That's cool. Ernest Ernest Brown. I liked him on their third defensive end. Ernest Brown. I liked him in.
I heard Kobe Durant isn't supposed to be that bad.
Bro, look at the players they're trying to hype up. The Russ Yeast.
Who the
What?
fuck is that, bro?
Russ Yeast. Hey. Maybe he could show us who he is this season and show us some we don't know. But Robert Rochelle, that actually sounds familiar. And when the name sounds familiar, that's good. Robert Rochelle. I feel like when I watch Rams games, his name he pops up a lot. But yeah, after that, man, I don't know what we to talk about. Do you think Aaron Donald stays like a Ram for life?
Uh, I think this might be his last season, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he retires after this season.
If I'm the Chiefs, man, I'm would you
No,
would
don't
you
even no, I don't even want to think about it, bro. I don't
yeah.
even want to think about it, bro. Because if that happens, I'm actually going to fucking cry myself to sleep every night.
But do you think Aaron Donald has more years in him?
I think he does. I think he just wanted to go out on top, and then he thought last year maybe they could do it again, and then it just never happened. And then I think he's just like stuck now.
If you're
As
the Chiefs, right, and on the bottom of the screen, you see Chris Jones is demanding a new contract. Would you trade for Aaron Donald instead of paying Chris Jones?
no,
All right.
Aaron
All right.
Donald is a little bit older. Aaron Donald's getting paid a lot more than Chris Jones is. Yeah, I
But
mean,
what if you had to pay Chris Jones more?
then you just do it.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you gonna
I,
contemplate with Aaron Donald saying, "Oh, he wants"? Bro, he was contemplating about retiring after they won the Super Bowl, bro. Why are
yeah.
you even gonna take that risk to bring him to your team, and then he all of a sudden this next season he said, "Oh, I don't want to play no more. I'm done."
Or maybe that's the good thing about it that he's not on a long term deal, and you're getting the best production out of him.
Yeah. Well, I don't
But
know how many years are left on his contract.
Aaron Donald, I don't know, but he didn't grade that well last year, but he played amazing still. Like he just wasn't on a good team, man. Like you put Aaron Donald around pieces, man, he'll still be great. But yeah, he is 32. Yeah. Yeah, he is getting to that age. Dang, Aaron Donald was drafted in 2014. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out Aaron Donald, man. Yeah, we just reminisced about the Rams, and that's exactly why going all in for a Super Bowl is worth it because he could deal with a wash here. Now we moving on to the NFC North. What team you want to talk about first, Nick?
Uh, talk about the Packers first.
Green Bay Packers. There's two Packers in the league. You got the New York Packers and the Green Bay Packers. This time we're gonna focus on Green Bay with their new quarterback, Jordan Love. And look, this team, they about
They're young.
third or fourth man in the division. Ah, yeah, like you said, they just a young team, bro. They got Jordan Love, Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon, Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, Jaden Reed, who's not bad.
Luke
David
Musgrave was
Bakhtiari,
young. Took Kraft young.
Josh Myers, which bro, even at the time, Creed Humphrey was so obviously better. Like, imagine they had David Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins, Creed Humphrey. Yeah. But Josh Myers is still a good player, like really good. No, not he's an all right player. Just the right side of that online, they shaped that up a little bit. This offense is locked and loaded. They go in 7 games. Like just because I'm saying they third in the division doesn't mean they're not like a 7-9 win team.
Like I like Christian Watson and Romeo Dobbs too. I think they're Christian Watson's gonna be probably one of the like top 15. Nah, I'm dragging top 20 wide receivers in the league.
Just say, bro, top 30, bro. There's so many good receivers in the
Yeah,
league, man.
there's too many.
And shout out and look for if anyone want fantasy football advice, I'm telling you, my personal advice, I go running back first 3 rounds, dude. There is not that many workhorse running backs in the league, so like getting a workhorse running back is very valuable. And receivers, man, you think Christian Watson could have a top 15 receiving season, and that's very possible. There's so many receivers on the outside because there's so many good receivers. It's a pass heavy league. Move on to the Green Bay Packers defense because this is kind of what this team is built around, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They got Kenny Moore, Devontae Wyatt, which was a shocker draft pick, but he's a great player. Preston Smith, Lucas Van Ness, another surprising draft pick. He's a great player. Devondre Campbell, Quay Walker, another surprising draft pick, but he's a good player. Like they do that a lot, which is funny on defense. Like they always draft defense in the first round. Like they make sure they go get them some
Yeah.
defenders, bro.
Sean Garrett's nice. Kenny Clark's nice. Jair's nice.
Yeah, the whole secondary almost. Like I didn't even name the best players yet. Rashad Gary, yeah, Zaire, Rasul Douglas, I like him. Eric Stokes, I don't know how he's been playing. I I don't know, but Rasul
He,
Douglas is more of a slot. I know that.
yeah. Darnell Savage ain't that bad either. He's pretty good.
Yeah, Rudy Ford is just another piece. Like none of these guys are like liabilities. Cause like Adrian Amos last year, like he didn't become a liability, but he was like their weakest player on the secondary. And like
Yeah.
it, I don't know. Packers are a good team. And I think Zaire on my cornerback ranking right now, I have him ranked at number 2. And I got some names. Like I think he's better than Sauce. Like I think Zaire is really good.
Yeah.
Uh,
Top 5. He's top 5 in my opinion.
yeah, yeah. But I got number 2. No cap. I got Sertan number 1 though.
That's
So,
good.
so,
That's
so yeah, shout out Broncos. Shout out Broncos.
good. Make the playoffs this year, please. I don't care if it's wild card. Just make the fucking playoffs.
They could. Another team that I think is gonna make the playoffs is the Minnesota Vikings. They got Kirk Cousins. They moved on from Dalvin Cook and they plugged in Alexander Madison. They got Justin Jefferson. They drafted Jordan Addison. They got Jalen Rager, KJ Osborne, who's always just there.
Jalen Rager's reportedly getting traded somewhere, so he's not on.
Wait, no, he what?
Yeah, he's supposed to get traded somewhere.
When did that get reported?
Like,
I don't remember. I feel like they just got Jalen Rager from the Eagles.
I thought he. I saw something that. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, but they also got T.J. Hawkinson, C.J. Ham, he's a solid fullback or used to be.
Yeah.
Christian Darrisaw, who I really like. Brian O'Neill, who is another guy who I think is really good. And then the reason they lost in the playoffs, that interior offensive line, and didn't get upgraded that much. Didn't get upgraded that much at all. Feel like that interior is something that y'all are avoiding to fix, but at least get some band aids. Like, dang, y'all just running it back. That's tough.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of looking like the same from last season. Besides acquiring Jordan Addison and let going of Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, but acquiring Jordan Addison, they also are like what I said about the Vikings earlier, acquiring a full season of TJ Hawkinson. So they looking at it like, hey, we letting go of Dalvin Cook and we're going pass orientated. And another fantasy football advice, I like Jordan Addison a lot. I drafted him in my own league because I think this team is going to be more pass heavy. And with more passes, because TJ Hawkinson was playing great. Justin Jefferson is Justin Jefferson. Jordan Addison is one of the better route runners in the draft. He's he just plays the receiver position pretty well, and him doing that as a wide receiver too and a third option on the team is great in my opinion. Let's move on to the defense. They paid the guy who I all right. I'm not trying to be funny. I've watched a lot of Vikings games. I don't watch all, but I've never seen Daniil Hunter play, and it's been like 3 years. Like
Yeah,
you ever seen him play before?
I think maybe like once or twice.
Bro, I've never seen him on the field, man. Like I watch highlights, but I've never seen it live. Like
Yeah,
I've never seen it live.
he's always injured, bro.
Yeah, they got Dean Lowry, who's he's just a solid piece. Same with Phillips. Brian Azama is not that bad. Jordan Hicks, who I actually like. Marcus Davenport. Andrew Booth. How did I liked him going into the draft. I didn't really keep up with him too much to know how he did. Byron Murphy's good. Harrison Smith, he's still great. He's just old, but like he still be performing well in my opinion, especially like when teams are in the red zone.
Yeah, he's a good. He's a very good run stopper too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Very
yeah.
good with that.
Very smart, bro. Like I'm telling you, like Harrison Smith, he still sticks out on the field in my opinion. It's just how long he's not going to. I feel like he's gonna be one of those guys like that just stays on the team. I just want him to get traded somewhere, but he won't.
Yeah, Louis Sina, I like a lot too.
Who?
Us.
Oh, Louis Sign. Yeah, he also got drafted last year, I believe.
Yeah, I like him a lot too. He's pretty good things.
Yeah. What other team we got next?
Bears, Lions. Those are
The Bears and Lions. This is actually the two funnest teams in the division. Let's go on. Which one you go first?
let's do the Bears first and then go to the Lions.
The Bears. See this team. The reason they fun is the word upside, dude. This team is either gonna shit the bed or go crazy. Like
Yeah.
Justin Fields, he has to improve as a passer. Like I'm shocked with how wrong I was about Justin Fields. Like going into the draft, I was like, why does everyone label him as a runner? He is literally a better passer than he is a runner. But hey, that boy been that boy been shitting. Every time he passes, bro, my heart drops. That's why I got him in fantasy, and I'm scared, man. I got Justin Fields and DJ Moore, but it's like I don't trust it for some reason, man. I just don't.
Little Herbert. They're
What's your opinions on Justin Fields this season?
make or break for him. I think if they do bad, I think if they start doing like really bad, I think it's time to just like you might as well just try to get the first overall pick and get Caleb Williams and get Justin Fields the fuck out of there.
That's what I'm. I think Justin Fields, like going into the draft, my mock draft, I had him as my QB2 behind Trevor Lawrence, and I still believe in him. But it's just like it's so scary. I don't know, but so I got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. That's what it is. I'm more in though because I drafted him on. You feel me? I drafted him still, but
Yeah.
like you said, it's just a make or break year. Kind of
I mean,
nervous.
there's no excuses either. He's got all the
Yeah,
weapons.
yeah, that's why I'm nervous. There's no excuses. That's why I'm nervous. Because when I drafted him, I'm like, no excuse. I gotta go with DJ Moore next. Because if he's good, look, Justin Fields has Khalil Herbert, Deontay Foreman, DJ Moore, Darnell Mooney, Chase Claypool, Cole Komet,
Ultimate Robert Tonyan,
Robert Tonyan, even Mercedes Lewis is gonna help out with the well
run
blocking.
blocking. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Tevin Jenkins, who's not bad as a guard. Braxton Jones, who's the thing is though, on their interior, they have a lot of depth because they have Tevin Jenkins, Cody Whitehair, Lucas Patrick, Cody Whitehair. Oh yeah, and Nate Davis. Who they're depth pieces, and the best piece, who I was high on this draft, I think Darnell Wright is a really good tackle, and like even his online isn't bad in my opinion. There's no excuse here.
Yeah. Really not. There's
Yeah,
really not no excuse.
and the Bears fans, this is what you're supposed to do. So if Justin Fields doesn't work out, that just means you're gonna give another quarterback a great opportunity to come into day one. But the thing is, Justin Fields is gonna work out. Look, I believe in Justin Fields. Like he literally was my quarterback too. He played great. I still believe in him, but I'm just nervous because this is the last chance.
Yeah.
Now onto the defense, and the thing about it being the last chance is we're about to talk about this defense where their head coach Matt Eberflus, he's a defensive minded coach, and I just hate the fact that his last chance is gonna be with a defensive minded coach.
Yeah.
Man, maybe next all season. I don't know, but
Let's see what they do.
yeah, Yannick Ngakwe, they just recently acquired him. He's not that bad. Justin Jones, TJ Edwards, Tremont Edmonds. That was a nice linebacker duo they bought this offseason.
Yeah.
Jalen Johnson, who's pretty good. Kyler Gordon, I remember him doing good. Tyree Stevenson, he's not even bad. Eddie Jackson, Jaquan Brisker, who played great. Like they got a real thing going on in the secondary, especially with that safety duo. Jaquan Brisker was tough as hell.
Yeah.
Noah Sewell, that's Penny Sewell's brother. Yeah, it's like the more I look at it, man, this division is gonna be very similar to the NFC South. A
I
bunch
mean,
of
it's gonna be anybody's division.
I feel like yeah, literally everyone's like anyone can win this division because the Bears is tough. They get what I think Justin Fields could be at his peak. They got the best quarterback in the division.
Yeah.
And the best quarterback in the division with a good team take you a far place, man.
Yep.
Let's move on to the last team who I think. Oh, wait. Yeah, the Lions. I was not right then because I still think the Vikings win this division. I don't know. But the team I got coming in second because holy, I'm going straight to it. This is maybe the best O line in the league. Penei Sewell, Taylor Decker, Frank Ragnow, Jonah Jackson is not bad. Their problem is that right guard position. But with the way, I'm sorry, man. I'm into it. Like I don't do this a lot, but I'm bought into Dan Campbell. Like he just makes them block harder, bro. like he's just one of those. And then like David Montgomery being paired with Dan Campbell, like I just feel like he gonna make him like Montgomery's just a Dan Campbell type of player, bro. Like this whole team is Jameer Gibbs. I like him too because he's gonna do what they wanted DeAndre Swift to do. DeAndre Swift was supposed to be the lightning to Jamal Williams Thunder,
Yeah.
but he just he's a good. He was like a he was good, but Jameer Gibbs, in my opinion, is just gonna be straight up better. Like this guy's gonna be like I got him in fantasy football in the third round. This guy's gonna be amazing. Whenever you draft a running back in the first round that early, you're planning on using him a lot. And
Yeah.
with this O line and with Jamison Williams unfortunately being suspended to begin the year, they're gonna be a top 5 rushing attack in the league.
100%.
And then Jared Goff, this whole quarterback room is like I know they battling in camp like Jared Goff, Teddy Bridgewater, Hendon Hooker, but I think Teddy Bridgewater is gonna be the backup, and like Hendon Hooker is gonna redshirt.
Yeah.
Jamar Jefferson too. They're running back 4. He's not bad. Maybe they drafted him this year, but he's not bad. Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's one of the better receivers in the league. Josh Reynolds, Marvin Jones, because they could have Josh Reynolds and Marvin Jones. One of those guys play the X. Jameson play the Z, and Amon-Ra in the slot. Like this team is locked and loaded.
Yeah.
But Jameson Williams got to come back because unfortunately he's suspended.
Yeah, he was injured most of the season last year, and now he's suspended. I mean,
Yeah, that's tough because I mean, going when they drafted him though, they knew they're gonna have to wait. Like they were willing to wait for him to come into the offense because like he got drafted while he was hurt.
Mhm.
But I think if they knew the wait was gonna be this long, sheesh. But I think it's gonna be worth it because Jameson Williams he's gonna bring the top off this defense. Like when they got the run game established to begin the season, and he comes back in, he's gonna humble the teams a little bit.
yeah.
Sam Laporta, he's not bad.
Yeah,
Grom,
that's literally like their only weakness on offense is kind of their tight end.
yeah, but they wanted it to. They were okay with it being a weakness, like because they didn't want TJ Hawkinson. Like they
I feel
kind of.
like they wanted more blocking on the tight end side. That's why.
I feel like what it is they trust their tight end development because that's what Dan Campbell is. Dan Campbell got drafted as a tight end coach.
Yeah.
So like, why pay? I guess someone he doesn't think is the best tight end in the league, top tight end market. Like, hey, well, I don't know. Maybe they just think they could make another one. Hey, let's see if they wrong. So that would be sometimes. Because Sam Laporta, he was drafted pretty highly. But Sam Laporta was good. Now on to the defense. They got the best. They got who should have went number 1 in the draft pick last year. Because soon as Trayvon Walker went in, bro, they put in that slip immediately, bro. They trolls for that, bro. But yeah, they got Aiden Hutchinson, Liam McNeil, who I remember him. I get Liam McNeil and Levi Ojurike confused all the time. One of them I really like. I don't know which one, but Charles Harris, he's good. Aquara, the Aquara brothers, I like them too. They're kind of similar to that Seattle Seahawks pass rusher we was talking about earlier, Nuosu.
Yeah.
Like they're like disguised pass rushers, and yeah, work well. Jack Campbell was playing great in the preseason. Kind of one of those hard hitters.
Yeah.
Alex, he's a good linebacker too.
Malcolm Rodriguez, I really like too. He's a
Mhm.
hard hitter.
And this was, in my opinion, and this was one of the best draft picks of this year. Brian Branch. I think he's I don't think that he's a good player. I think he's a special player, and they got him in the second round at safety. I'm really high on Brian Branch. Like, I'm not gonna let him going in the second round change my mind going into the season. Brian Branch a lot of teams gonna regret not going with him. I was thinking about the Giants going with him in the first round. I was banging the table for a Brian Branch, but hey, maybe it's the Isaiah Simmons, CJ Gardner thing. But the thing is, they were a team that was also interested in CJ Gardner. He's a guy who he plays a lot of positions. You know what I mean? Like he can play free safety, strong safety, and corner.
Yeah.
They have two utility pieces like that. They got Cam Sutton, who's also good. Uh, Kirby Joseph, not bad. Malafonu, not bad. Emmanuel Mosley, who I think is actually good. Hey, they got Stephon Gilmore. Stephen Gilmore, man.
Crazy.
Who you think gonna win this division? Like say it in order.
Damn.
I don't know my order either. This is a hard one.
I'm gonna go with Vikings, Lions, Packers, Bears.
Mm. And you know what's crazy? There's a world where it could go Bears, Packers, Lions, Vikings. Or no, I don't think there's any world that Vikings finish last. Who?
Yeah.
All right. Do you think there's a world where the Lions finish last?
No.
So
And
it's
let me
gonna be
tell
the
you why,
Bears.
because they built up the momentum from last season. They went 0-5 last season and then came back and almost made a wild card slot. And they have the momentum, and then they're gonna bring it into this season. And
All
then
right, so
I think they're gonna be a playoff team. I personally think they're gonna be a wild card team.
uh I don't think the Bears finish last, man. I think it's but the Packers are so good. I think it's the Packers. Packers finish last. I'm not as high on Christian Watson as you are. I like Jordan Love. I love that defense. I think they're gonna finish last place, but have like 6 or 7 wins.
Depends how what Jordan Love does.
I like Jordan Love too, but like if I was to take a gamble, I'd rather take a gamble on Justin Fields because he has everything he needs already,
Yeah.
and then like he has the floor also because like no matter what, we know they're gonna be a good rushing offense. You know what I mean? Ah,
Yeah, but
I'm
Jordan
having,
Love's been developing for like 3 years now.
and then he looked good in that one game against the Chiefs, I believe. He looked good when Aaron Rodgers said.
Yeah, but he didn't score that much. They didn't score that much.
I'm gonna go with the Packers last. I'm gonna have the Packers last. I don't know who I got finishing third though. Maybe the Bears, maybe. But at the same time, like the Lions, Jameson Williams being gone, I feel like that's a big thing. Cause they need him. Cause Amon Ra, he could only make the defense so honest because he works in the slot. He's
Yeah.
not gonna like make them not put a safety in the box. And then Marvin Jones, Josh Reynolds, like no safeties are gonna be prepared for the run to begin the season. But the run's still gonna work just because how good it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Uh, but the what about the Bears? The Bears. I'm trying to talk myself into one of these teams being third place. It's hard.
Elijah's
It
getting
really.
into your head, bro. Elijah's getting your head with the Bears shit.
Nah, bro. I'm really actually high on Justin Fields. He was my quarterback too. I was mad as hell when the Giants didn't draft him.
I was kind of pissed off when the Broncos didn't draft him, and they drafted PS2. But now I'm fine with. I'm happy with their
Mm.
decision.
Still, I feel like I actually okay. Yeah, PS2, I'll let it pass. But Justin Fields, I would argue you should take him instead of PS2. Just because of the position. I think earlier you heard me say PS2 is the best corner in the league. It's not that. But like, I Justin Fields could be that guy. He really could. You
Yeah,
think you think Justin Fields is gonna be a top 15 quarterback this year?
maybe. I think so. Yes.
It's because he's either gonna be top 15 quarterback this year or out of the league. Like, I think hot take. I think the Lions finished third. Yeah, I think the Lions finished third. The Bears finished second, and the Vikings finished one. Vikings, Bears, Lions, Packers. I don't like it at all because I think the Packers going to be like a 7-win team.
Yeah.
The Bears and the Lions, it might be a tiebreaker type thing. I think they're both going to be like an 8-win team tiebreaker. And then the Vikings, not even that good in my opinion. But the Vikings, I think they have the highest floor because, excuse me, Jordan Addison could really make that receiving game special, like all those weapons. And
Yeah.
Alexander Madison, whenever Dalvin Cook sat last year, they were still a good team. Mm.
We just got
All
wait
right.
and see. We just got wait and see.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about? We got Corey Davis retiring. I feel like Corey Davis retired because he knew he was going to get cut. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
You remember earlier when I said Devontae Adams to the Jets?
Mhm.
I'm doubling it down on it.
You think so?
I'm doubling down on it. Aaron Rodgers ain't the Aaron Rodgers. You think he's that nice to take a $35 million pay cut, bro?
Nah. Nah. Aaron Rodgers is a dickhead, bro. That motherfucker is actually a dickhead, bro.
Look. I don't know Aaron Rodgers as a person. He seems very cool. Like I used to watch him every Monday on the McAfee show. He seems like a cool person actually. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, me personally, A-Rod, I wouldn't take a $35 million pay cut either for no reason. I understand why you took it. Cause you want your boy Adams. Ain't no other reason. You want Adams. You want Wilson. Cause there would be no reason for him to leave the Packers almost if like they don't get Adams. And I feel like the Raiders are the worst team in that division, and Adams gonna be disgruntled.
Yeah. I mean, he knows he's not winning a fuck. He's not going to the playoffs.
Yeah, bro. I feel like A-Rod like walking because the Packers tried to keep Adams, but A-Rod like won MVP that year, and he was like, "I'm taking all my money. I'm sorry, Adams." He looked like he like regretting that a little bit. He looked like he want to go team up with his dog again, and I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Uh, all right, y'all. That'll be it for this episode. Thank you for joining. You can watch us on YouTube, Spotify, everything y'all use. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.